Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going over the top teams for the Crystal Beetle Endless difficulty using the updated infographic from Yapala. I'll leave a link to their Discord in the description of this video. We're going to lead it off with Elysion's team, which is only using Rainier as a Celestial Hypogean, but you need to have Rainier at Mythic Plus if you want to run this team. Now this team is not going to compete for the top scores, however if you have no other Celestial Hypogean built, it may be your best option. Okay, let's move on to Jake Flex's team. This is a great team only using Fresto as a Celestial Hypogean, and the other 4 heroes are pretty free-to-play friendly. It will need to have Shakira at plus 10 exclusive equipment to provide the attack buff to your allies, but other than that, these heroes most people should be working on their account, and it can get up to 72 billion damage. With the Harmonic spell, it is a very good team. Let's move over to Half Moon's team. Half Moon's team is using Fresto and Tailene together, and it is getting a higher score. And so if you do have Tailene built, this is definitely a team you can try. However, if you don't have Tailene built, that is also fine, because if we take a look at Glorp's team is almost identical to Half Moon's. However, it's using Mikola rather than Tailene, and it's actually getting higher scores for a maxed out account. So Glorp's team, for the vast majority of players, I think is going to be the best option. Again, you will need to have Shakira plus 10 exclusive equipment, and Ludovic, the higher upgraded the better, because the more upgraded he is in both Ascension and also his exclusive equipment, that will provide him more attack to deal more damage, because he's a damage dealer in this boss fight. Okay, but Glorp's team is really an amazing option for a lot of free-to-play players out there only using Fresto with the Harmonic spell. Looking at the top row, we have Copun's and Elysion's team. This is with the Blade Summon artifact. This is a team if you have Harak built and also Rainier Mythic Plus and even Fresto. So it is definitely more difficult for people to be able to run this team. And when you take a look at the scores, you're going to see that Glorp's team is actually outperforming the Copun Harak team at like a high level of an account investment. So Glorp's team might just be better than this Harak version, but this is one you can give a try if you have these heroes built up. Moving on to Michelle's team. Michelle's team is now taking it one step further in terms of the pay to win. It is also using the twins in here, so 4 Celestial Hypogeans in total with the Harmonic spell. Ideally for this comp, you will want to have Supreme Plus on Fresto, on Harak, Mythic Plus on Rainier, and even ideally Supreme Plus on the twins. This team is with Sonya. It has gone up to 88 billion damage by Jake. But now if we move on to Half Moon's team, this is going to be exactly the same heroes pretty much. But rather than Sonya, we're placing Sonya for Mikola. And this has gotten an even higher score, 91 billion damage with the Harmonic spell. And that is why if you have all 4 of these Celestial Hypogeans built up and you want to run one of these teams, I would probably opt for Half Moon's team because it is outperforming Michelle's team. But you can give both of them a try and see which does better for you. But then finally we have Frosty's team. And Frosty's team is just blowing everything else out of the water. And the great thing is, it is free to play friendly. It is only using Fresto and the twins. And the twins can probably work even at lower ascension as long as they're able to survive. And in Crystal Beetle, this is a boss where the twins are known to work fairly well, even at lower ascension. And so Fresto, though, you do want to have him as ascended as possible because he is your damage dealer. So every bit of attack you can squeeze in onto him from his ascension and his exclusive equipment upgrade, that is going to benefit him. But this team is really free to play friendly. Only Fresto and the twins. Twins can work at lower ascension. Shakira needs to be at plus 10 exclusive equipment or above. Ludovic, however highly you can ascend him, the better, because that will increase his damage. And then also your Smokey as well. You need to have him at Mythic Plus for his blue aura damage. This is going up to 99 billion damage. And this team formation that you see here is kind of a modification of, I believe, the previous week. So this is going to be more optimized for getting an even higher score, and honestly almost closing in at 100 billion before we even have the base mythic charms is crazy. Okay, with all of that covered, we're going to go ahead and begin with the runs on our account. We're going to be running the overall top team, which is Frosty's team. There shouldn't be that much RNG in Crystal Beetle. The fight is pretty much going to play out similarly each time you run it. However, as always, there will be a bit of RNG potential. So we're going to have to see. And also the advantages of this twin positioning that you're going to see in this infographic. This twin positioning is never going to interfere no matter if you have a Shakir plus 10 or plus 15 exclusive equipment. If you guys remember in the past, the issue with Crystal Beetle sometimes is if your twins are lowly ascended or your Shakir is at plus 10 exclusive equipment, then Shakir will sometimes not end up in the central position. He needs to be in the middle as he is here, buffing up your entire team. But with the twin placement, having the blue-haired Elijah in the back and Lila pink-haired in the front, the Shakir will always end up in the optimal position. So that is just something to keep in mind. If you're trying any team for Crystal Beetle and your Shakir is not ending up in the right position, make sure you have the twins with the Elijah blue-haired in the back, Lila pink-haired in the front, because then there will not be any possible way of the Shakir not ending up in the position where he's intended to go to. Okay, so look at this. 8 seconds left, all the way up to almost 93 billion damage. 5 seconds left. I wonder... Okay, we already got a new record. 98 billion damage pretty much off of our first run. We're going to do more runs and see how high we can push it. But Freyester, of course, is dealing massive damage, and Ludovic as well. And this is a pretty big record over my previous week, even on our first run, showing you that this formation is just more optimized. Even though, when you actually look at it, the Shakir doesn't... The Shakir is not buffing up Elijah, the blue-haired twin, from this position, but he's buffing up literally every other hero on the team. And all of your key damage, the Smokey, Ludovic, and the two Frestors, and then the Lila pink-haired twin. So that is the thing that I just wanted to mention. Yeah, basically, if you're trying a Shakir team with the twins, and I think from the infographic this week, the only one that uses twins and Shakir together is going to be this team. Then just have this formation with Elijah blue-haired twin in the back, and actually this is even the optimal formation for all levels of Shakir exclusive equipment upgrade. Okay, so yeah, hopefully with these teams you're able to get a good score. Tomorrow we're gonna have the base mythic charms coming out, and although that just increases the quality bonus and gives more raw stats, it shouldn't have much of an impact onto different team formations or optimal teams. However, I think it will make somewhat of a difference because some quality bonuses, specifically like the twins for example, it will provide more haste when they heal an ally. 98.4 billion damage. There we go on run number 2. That is pretty amazing. And the rank 1 is 98 point... Okay, we're almost up to the rank 1 position. 98.5. So we're just going to do some more runs. But yeah, the Twins charm specifically is going to provide more haste to the Stellar Bond linked allies, and that can sometimes change the dynamics of the fight. However, I don't foresee the teams to become too much different in the next basically 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks from now, when we get Mythic Plus charms, I believe it's going to be on day 70 of the season. That is when things are probably massively going to change. Because then teams involving Shakir and Ludovic are going to be even more dominant and probably overthrowing some of the other pay-to-win teams, maybe even some Harok teams. So that is going to be exciting. But like tomorrow is just the base mythic charm, so it is not going to be as exciting. Yeah, because I don't think there's going to be a major meta shift yet. Okay. And tomorrow as well we get Gerda. I think people are excited about that. We will do testing because unfortunately I was unable to do testing on Vietnam server because all of my viewers who I normally test using their accounts, none of them recruited for Gerda. And for good reason, honestly. I think Gerda is one of the most skippable heroes to AFK Journey, but definitely when it comes out on global, we will have some testing done. And hopefully that can give you an idea of whether you want to recruit for her or if you would like to skip on that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to do a bunch of skip runs here, see if we can get to a higher score. Even though we did get a really solid score, I don't know if it will be possible to get higher, but let's see whether it can be doable. And the other thing about skip runs is that they will count as battles, for example, for your missions, for the Lucky Flip, as well as for your guild quest missions that you have to do 100 battles per week. And that's why it's actually a really easy way to complete those missions and also try to maximize your score if there is a higher RNG basically setup. So as for our levels, we are behind on levels because we're not using all of our paid instant AFK attempts. But what I have been doing, I've been using the 50 diamond instant AFK attempt every day, because I think that's pretty cheap. But then I'm not using the 100s or 200s or 300s. Even if need be, you could go for the 100 one. I think the 50 and 100 one are not too expensive, but like the 200 and 300, those are really expensive, and at this point in the season, there's just not enough reason to be doing that. Because like we just are about to finish the Primal Lord, and then that is the only basically uncapped mode, and then even Ravage one will be level cap. Okay, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get a new record. Like 98.4 billion is a great score. Okay guys, we got a new record. We got 98.455. Not the rank 1, but I mean, this is still a really good score. I'm going to leave it at that because, yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of runs. I think that's near the maximum potential. But anyway, guys, hopefully this is helpful. Good luck getting a top score today. If there's any other team that worked for you, feel free to share it in the comment section down below. But thank you guys all for watching. If you guys have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Let's hit it before the end of the season. Thank you guys for your support. Also, feel free to check out my AFK Journey Discord server. There'll be a link to that in the description of this video. And I look forward to chatting with you guys there. But thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.